Hello and welcome back to Arsenal Domination, where as the transfer window enters the last month, I want to have a look at the two sides that I think will be competing for the title this season and how their transfer windows are both quite good, but both very, very different in approach. So the two sides are Liverpool and Arsenal, and I think one has had a very sexy, that's just for you, Rory, window, and the other has a much more pragmatic one. And I think it'd be interesting to see how that will impact the season. Now, I will say for both that there is a long way to go. Both sides will add, I'm certain, to their current squads. And that may well put a different complexion on things. But let's just have a look with where we are at the moment. So let's start with the goodies, shall we? Which is Liverpool's sexy window. Now we know they lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, but they brought in a player as similar as I think possible to get it right back in Frimpong. And on the other side, I've had Kirkez, who had an excellent season at Bournemouth. Both very, very good fullbacks, but both very much attacking fullbacks. And Frimpong hasn't played in the back four in a while, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But on paper, two very, very good signings. In addition to that, they've added Florian Wirtz and Christian Ekitike, as well as the Georgian goalkeeper that they signed last year but sent out on loan. I think they're their sort of big main signings, and as you can see, they're very, very attacking in nature. And I think Liverpool undoubtedly have the best attack in terms of depth, certainly, but arguably in terms of starting team two in the league. But I think to accommodate that, I do wonder whether they are going to have to make a slight formation change to accommodate that. But equally, I think they haven't addressed the sort of two main issues I thought they had going into this window, which were a natural number six to sort of give Gravenberch a rest. So they got Endo there, but I think that's massively upgradable. And extra cover at centre back, where they have an ageing Van Dijk, Canate, who gets an injury at least once a season, and Gomez, who has a history of injuries. They're the only ones they've got with Konsa gone. So it'd be very interesting to see how that shapes out. Arsenal, on the other hand, and we've been through this at length, so I will do this slightly quicker, have on paper had a weaker window. Zubamendi and Gyökeres, the obvious sort of two coming in to improve the starting 11, whereas Liverpool arguably making most of their signings to improve that 11, particularly if they were to add Isak going forward. But Arsenal have brought in backup goalkeeper. They've improved the quality at the back with Mosquera. Madueke, while not a popular signing, is an upgrade on the right wing from Sterling there and a natural backup for Saka for the first time ever, as well as Christian Norgard coming into that central midfield. Zubamendi and Gyökeres obviously the starters. So more pragmatic window, but filling needs much more successfully. And as I say, long time to go in the window, but we'd be interested to see how it happens.